Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. This is Veronica of Higher Realm Holistics, certified integrative holistic health nurse, spiritual counselor and guide, lightworker Sherpa, author of the children's book, where is it? How the Caterpillar Flew, A Journey of Self-Discovery, wonderful picture children's book that I worked on a long time. It's a rhyming book, very beautiful and colorful, to help trigger the awakening to your highest potential. And the child available in all major online book retailers and some Barnes and Nobles in Atlanta, in South Miami, and in Boston too. Okay, today is the 13th, Monday the 13th, 2019. Date's important because of the energies we're dealing with right now. We still have the new moon in Taurus energy coming in very strong. The violet flame, divine masculine energy of Archangel Metatron, and the divine feminine violet flame energy of Holy Amethyst, which are here to balance and help free the divine masculine energy of that's been enslaved of Saturn. And Uranus also is here to expedite the process, and it has to do with, because it's in Taurus, it has to do with our finances and wealth. Don't think just about money, okay? So I revealed some seals that were revealed to me. I shared some seals and meditations and mantras. We had a great group session. I went live and did that. And also we had a more personal session webinar that I did on Saturday that just passed, which was wonderful. And I'll be sending out everybody, I'll be sending your downloadable links today. Okay, I just want to tweak it and send it out to you guys. So please download it the minute you get it. Because it's not available forever, okay? Thank you to my Patreons, thank you to my supporters and subscribers. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have been dealing with Saturn since yesterday 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. this morning. Just working with Saturn, working with those energies, working with the violet flame, all those energies just coming through me and my body being used to ground certain energies. It was a heck of a night, to say the least. Just came from dance class, so I could release some of that energy. This is actually my second time doing this video, because at first I was just like, blah, 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 blah. I didn't make much sense because I was still so wired. I had to get out some energy. Okay, so and I was told to keep doing the mantras and using the seals that I'm currently doing, the tourist season ones, up until the new moon, the 18th of May. No, the full moon, I'm sorry. Up until the full moon, the 18th of May, in the daytime. And then come the evening to start doing a new mantra, and to switch out the Uranus seal that I was given with a seal that I'm going to be given to represent Gaia, the divine planetary, the divine cosmic female. And I was told to give you guys the heads up on this also, and to do a webinar on it, a meditation healing webinar this Saturday 18th in the evening for that full moon. Okay, you'll be able to register for it on my website. It's $22. Okay, and also that day I will share the mantra and the meditation on YouTube also. Okay, I'll put it out like I usually put it out, but to do like the deep one with the tapping and me raking, that's going to be in the evening time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, May 18th. That's Saturday. Okay. So the energy coming through May 18th, Saturday, with the full moon in Scorpio, I was told was to heal the emotion. It's to do emotional shadow work. Emotional shadow work. Okay? And it's still dealing with the violet flame energy, the masculine, the feminine, divine flame, violet flame energy. And this time it goes from the finances, our prosperity, I should say, our prosperity and wealth, and it switches over to healing our sacral chakra, to healing the whole gender mess. And it is a mess being pushed and going on right now. Hot freaking mess. And that has to do again with the enslavement, the negative four-dimensional dark beings. They enslaved Saturn as a planetary male energy in our solar system. And they did that to use that energy to subjugate Gaia, a planetary feminine energy. And to subjugate Gaia, you subjugate all the beings on Gaia, whether male or female, doesn't matter. And that is what's been going on since the enslavement, the capture and the enslavement of Saturn. And the rings of Saturn have been disappearing. Been going on for a little bit now. The rings of Saturn are disappearing at a very fast rate, which is amazing. And last night when I was doing the work with Saturn, like I was up there working with the violet flame and Archangel Metatron and Holy Amethyst, and it was Gaia was there and Saturn was there, and the violet flame energy from the divine masculine feminine came together, and it was just amazing. The rings of Saturn just like it went around in a circle. It was like just going away. It was just going into dust and just going away. And then Saturn was being released, and Gaia was getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. And so was Saturn, as Saturn was being released from the rings, which was like the chains of enslavement, the shackles. Let's put it that way, the shackles. Okay? So, and oh yeah, I was also told red jasper is the crystal or stone that you want to use now. Red jasper. And that's very powerful for healing the sacral chakra. Okay, so if you don't have red jasper, secondary would be carnelian. Red jasper is very expensive. I had given my red jasper away to my daughter for healing, so I have to go get a new one. But it's like you can get a tumble stone for $5 for a jasper. So red jasper specifically, okay? So carnelian's a secondary, okay, not as powerful. Or clear crystal quartz is always a substitute for any crystal. But red jasper is what I was told that you could start working on the 18th, the full moon in Scorpio. That is when that energy is coming in for that, okay? That's what's ushering it. Right now, keep working with your amethyst, okay? Now, I needed to address, it's very much connected to this when it comes to the whole trans thing that's going on, the gender fluidity nonsense that's going on. I posted a video about this very young high school girl, I think she was like 15 or 14 years old, who spoke up finally because the pendulum swung far enough where, she woke up and was like, and her mom woke up and was like, wait a minute, no, something's very wrong here, and spoke up, and other people had to speak up too, finally, so the pendulum could swing back. When it comes to this whole gender fluidity thing, which is nonsensical, complete nonsensical. And I'm going to give you some facts, because these people seem to be allergic to facts when it comes to the whole gender thing. But it's part of the whole agenda. It's part of the whole big negative 4D depopulation agenda. It's all part of that for these asleep folks that had the audacity to go on my community page, there were two of them, and post and accused me of being transphobic. That's a laugh. That I was transphobic, okay? And that I was, as a light worker, I shouldn't be adding on to the torture of these poor trans people. And, yeah, what else was I called? And I was a bigot. Yes, I was a trans bigot. Okay, now I'm going to school you on some stuff, okay? Let's get this straight. Number one, I deleted your comments because it made no sense. Number two, I'm going to school you just in case you hear this. All right? There's no such thing, I am not transphobic. I'm addressing this because there were some people that actually liked the video. Who knows? I'm sure it was it's a setup because of the language being used. It was a setup. But facts are facts, okay? First, I'm going to hit you on the spiritual realm, okay? Because you need to check your credentials before coming for me, because I got you on every aspect, okay? I got you covered spiritually with the facts, okay? The universal divine facts, all right? And I'm going to have some visual aid. Don't worry, it's G-rated visual aid, all right? I got you on the medical, and I got you on the psychological, because yes, I have a degree in psych, adolescent psych, and I worked in a lockdown adolescent psych facility. I counseled children who had gender dysmorphic issues, okay? And then on the medical end, I've seen plenty of people with messed up, jacked up sex change operations. I don't like the word gender reassignment, because that alone is a misnomer, because you cannot reassign your gender. You cannot. No amount of hormones, nothing you take off can reassign your gender. But first, we're going to get you with this, okay? I'm going to get you with this universal divine law. Gender isn't everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principle. Gender manifests in all planes of existence. The Kabbalion. Okay? And this is how they're messing with people's heads, these negative 4D beings, to get them confused when it comes to gender, which is a universal divine principle and law, and sexual preference. Just because you're gay or lesbian does not mean you're confused as to what gender you are. Plain and simple. Okay? Are there people who are confused, who are literally born in the wrong bodies? Yes, I've met plenty of them. I've been friends with them. I'm even friends with a what are they called again? Oh God, I'm like so hot and upset right now. I forget. They're born with two sexual organs, born that way. Hermaphrodites. I've cared for hermaphrodites. Okay, but here's the whole thing. Even with a hermaphrodite, I'm talking hermaphrodite. I'm not talking someone who says I was born into the wrong body. I'm a female soul born into a male body. That is something, that's a program in the Matrix that they got caught up in, unfortunately. Okay? They're poor, unfortunate souls, and I really feel for those people, because it is horrid. I've counseled children that way, okay? And it's not cute. It's a really tough thing to try to deal with. That's one thing, all right? And then you have hermaphrodites. I've dealt with plenty of hermaphrodites, from newborn preemie to full-blown adults, who I actually hang out with and party with, by the way. All right? There is always a dominant and a recessive. Okay? Think of it as, I'm going to give you an example, dominant gene and a recessive gene. That is how I see it. There's a dominance and there's recessive. Now, one thing that was thrown at me also was, isn't that, if we both contain divine feminine, divine masculine, what does it matter what gender you choose? It's called biology. It's called biology. It's called facts. Biology. This avatar. Biology. If, I'll take myself example. Obviously, I'm a female, right? My gender is female. I'm a female. 100% female. All right? I'm not I don't have anything else going on. Let's put it that way. It's all female. I have very strong divine masculine traits. I'm very well balanced, I was told. I was checked many times, you know, by other people who read me. Very balanced. Divine masculine, feminine. But the divine masculine is like my recessive. The divine feminine is my dominant. Okay? You get that? That's how it works. And that has to be in balance. The recessive and the dominant traits. Because yes, they are traits. They're traditional traits. When you're a biological female or a biological male. Okay? There are traits. You can't undo it. Facts are facts. Facts seem to be completely overlooked. That's like facts are looked upon now as bad. If you put facts out there, you're evil. It's what you feel. Like, okay, yeah, the fact is I'm wearing a pink shirt. But someone could say, I feel it's yellow, so I'm just going to call it yellow. I feel it's yellow. No, man. It's pink. It's not yellow, it's pink. Okay? I'll give you a little more about the word play that's going on right now. This is how they're messing with people's heads, especially children. This is how they're messing with kids' heads. The word gender is derived from the Latin root meaning to beget, to procreate, to generate, to create, to produce. Okay? That is what the root of the word gender means. And they're messing with that because they don't want us to procreate. They want to wipe out half of this population. Hence Agenda 21. Okay? Here's the visual aid I got for you guys. Very simple visual aid. Okay? My charger. Here's my charger. What's this end called? Right? This is the input. Correct? This is the feminine, right? They always call this the feminine. The male. This is the female. I'm sorry. This is the female. The feminine. Here is what goes into the charger. Right? This is always called the male end. In computers, you have the male and the female output and input. This is the input. This is the output, I should say. This is the input. Correct? Now, look at this. Look how that works. Whoops, wrong. The bigger one. Look how that works. Look how that works. And then what do I generate from this? I generate energy. I generate power, correct? Now, if I break this piece off, which I'm not going to because this cord cost me a lot of money. If I break this piece off, does that piece all of a sudden start functioning like this? If I break this off, does this start functioning like this? No, it does not. It does not start functioning like that. Not at all. Not at all. Can it ever function like that? Never. Because it was not created to function that way. Facts are facts. There's your visual aid. And I'll give you another. Especially with the whole they and them thing going on right now. And people getting in trouble, even at the hospital. It's ridiculous. You come into the emergency room. You want to identify yourself as a they. You refuse to answer the question, male or female. You're coming in and you're having a hard time urinating. Something's wrong. Oh my God, I haven't peed. I'm bloated. I'm in pain. But you want to call yourself a they. You're presenting male. Shall I not check your prostate? Or you want to say, or you want to check off female. Let's put it this way. You want to check off a female, but you're presenting male. Would you like me to check your prostate? I don't know. It's up to you. Would you rather explode from having? Would you rather have your bladder explode? Would you like me to check your prostate? Yes or no? It's a simple yes or no question. Simple yes or no question. Biology. No amount of hormones you can inject in a person is going to change that biology. Let's take it even deeper. Chemistry. Let's take it into chemistry. Okay? Because you guys want to come from wherever and ignore facts. Y'all drank the GMO Kool-Aid. Here is the antidote to the GMO Kool-Aid that you drank. Facts. You come into the emergency room. You've been feeling really weak. You've been feeling really tired. You're pale. You've been bleeding. You've been bleeding. Okay? You got your period. You're presenting female. I check your blood. I do a screening on you. I check your hemoglobin and hematocrit levels. Hematocrit and hemoglobin levels. Now, you don't want to put down that you're a female. You want to identify as a they. Don't you dare call me a female. You're being transphobic. I'm gender fluid. Okay, gender fluid. How would you like me to give you your blood? Because you know what? I need to look at your labs, but you're gender fluid, right? Do I classify you as looking at your labs? Do I say that you're anemic by looking at you as a female? Or do I look at you as a male? Because you can't be in between when it comes to your chemistry in your body. Because guess what? Anemic for a male is not anemic for a female, and vice versa. Anemic for a female is not anemic for a male. What would you have me do? Gender fluid. What would you have me do? You tell me how to treat you. Again, I suggest you spit out the Kool-Aid. Spit out the GMO Kool-Aid. Okay? It's not working. And I hope more and more people wake up to this, because, that's the game plan. You know, and the whole track thing, I put that video up about that girl finally speaking up. She's a high schooler, speaking up about what she experienced and how her and some girls got knocked off, from competing because these two boys who are mediocre track athletes on the boys' side decided to put on wig and lipstick to compete with the girls and have been winning everything. Now, I did track and field, all right? So that was near and dear to my heart. I even made the semifinals to the Colgate women's game when I was only 15 years old, all right? And the only reason I didn't compete in the Colgate women's game is because my mom didn't know. She's very anti-everything. So my older sister went and snitched. So I got in trouble, and 6 o'clock in the morning, I said I was going to choir practice, but it was really for the finals of the Colgate, to qualify for the Colgate women's games. Now, not for nothing. If there were boys in there competing with me, I wouldn't have made it. They would have been the ones to go and get the scholarships, correct? Because, hey, it's whatever you say you are, right? Never mind your biology. And it doesn't matter if you have a sex change operation, if you change your sexual organs, and that's what it is. It's just changing your outer organs. You could inject all the testosterone. You could go and get buff and built. You still will not be the same biologically as a biological born male. Period. Facts are facts. That is not hate speech, which is another thing I was accused. Facts are hate speech now? Apparently facts are hate speech. Tell that to my transgender friends. Not for nothing, one of my gay male friends, I was the first person to put him in drag. And by the way, he was wearing my clothes, and he got 3rd place in Miss Long Island 2000. Okay, so yeah, I was a drag mom. Okay, say that to him. Say that I'm transphobic. Go right ahead. No, it's nothing but an agenda. It is nothing but an agenda. And to get to the school children, to confuse them as much as possible. That's why they need to get to the young minds. That's why they have 10-year-old boys twerking and stripping for money. That's sexuality. That is sexuality. That it has to do with sexual preference and attraction. That has nothing to do with gender. Gender is simply facts. Gender is simply facts. Gender is simply facts. Are they trying to undo those facts with messing up hormones and stuff like that? Yeah. They're trying to change that. But nature's nature. Nature will always find a way. Nature always finds a way. Try as you might, nature always finds a way, which is why they're going down into the embryo, the embryonic level, the zygote level, for goodness sakes. They're trying to mess with the zygote level. So I just needed to put that out there. So again, you can go to higherrealmholistics.com to register for the full moon meditation and healing Reiki circle we're going to do. And also Saturday, that Saturday the 18th, I will put out the new seal and the new mantra meditation, which has not been given to me yet. So that's why, because I have to continue, for those who are working with Saturn right now, have to continue to help break down this 3D debt slavery financial construct. That is what we're working on right now with this Tauran energy. That is what we're working on right now, okay? And it's not just for everyone to get a breakthrough. It's for you as the light worker to get the breakthrough also, okay? Again, it's about the enslavement of Saturn used to subjugate Gaia, used to subjugate the divine feminine. And also another thing going on when it comes to the divine masculine, again with the play on words, is male, what is it called again? Toxic masculinity. Like, it's a bad thing to behave like a dude. Toxic masculinity. And then you have them also, it's almost like toxic femininity. You know, just because I'm balanced, I'm a well-balanced divine masculine feminine. Again, my masculine is the recessive trait, and my feminine is the dominant trait. Yeah, I like to be treated like a girl, and I don't like guys who don't know how to act like gentlemen. It has, again, it's the protector that, and again, that's beyond biological beings. You have Archangel Metatron, which is the bearer of the violet flame, divine masculine. You have Holy Amethyst, the bearer of the violet flame, a bearer of the violet flame, divine feminine, coming together to free Gaia and to free Saturn. That is needed. That is needed. That healing is needed. Alrighty? And if it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. It's alright. But quite honestly, the esoteric stuff, fine, but the facts are facts, man. Facts are facts. You know, wake up. And if anybody puts those type of nonsensical idiocracy comments, I'm just going to delete you. I will not tolerate that kind of nonsense, period. Because, you know what? I will never drink the Kool-Aid. I'll never drink the Kool-Aid. Okay? Lady V out. Victory to the light. We got this. All right, guys. Bye.